Hello.
This is the... Hi.
Hello.
Hail.
Greetings.
Hello.
Welcome to our next episode of Order and Omens. You have just conquered the engine of crucibles and reclaimed it for Hanarius, the engine of life, the angel of the ardent. And as such, you now stand at the precipice of many decisions, one of which that you have decided to make is the construction of the city around the engine. You have currently 8 mana. It takes 2 mana per month to upkeep the cost of the spire's facilities as they stand. As a quick recap for people that weren't here, and to refresh your memories, you have the following facilities. A vessel vault, complete with revivification tanks and unbound vessels. A soul font, I believe a base tier soul font. You have a greater soul foundry, which has a blade works, an armory, an arcanist cache, and a siege foundry attached to it. You have a nexus. You have an oratory with spell creation and spell discovery attachments. You have a council chamber, which for those of you that don't know, initiates the end phase content dealing with Primus and other such forces. You have a barracks with 600 troops, and you have founder storage of 200 founders within that. You have a greater stasis spire, which allows you to build a city. And you also have the special facility for this spire, which is the Engine of Crucibles, a fuel source that uses the reaped mana essence from struggle within the engine in order to fuel the Conflux's many phases.
That's a lot of stuff.
So, lots to do, lots of decisions to make. What's first?
Well, I believe we decided the construction of a town or city, so a town hall then.
Okay, if you wish to build a city, that's a city hall, not a town hall. Town hall is a lower version of that.
Guess we'll go big then. City Hall?
Well,
Yes.
let's ask, how many people would be in a town?
So a town is going to be a population of anywhere from 100 to 500 population, more or less. And a large town would be 500 to 1,000. City starts at 2,500 people. That's the smallest.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, well, if we're gonna go big or go home, it's gonna cost.
I mean, if we have the opportunity, I
You
think
go
we should
big
take
for
it.
people to go home.
Absolutely.
So, we know that we can use mana to instantly
So,
make
to
these things.
to go over it again, mana can be used to instantly purchase any facility and instantly build it. Anything else is going to take dust, possibly other resources, labor, and time. Hello, Mom.
Right. Oh my god, is that
Hi,
Mom
Mom.
Kadam?
Okay.
Alright, now I'm on my computer, I'm sorry.
Well, I guess we do have to start with the town hall, I assume.
Yeah.
How much would that
Well-
cost, and how long would it take?
Town or city?
Well, yeah, I guess...
Town hall's 500 dust, and you have no laborers, so you'll have to build it yourself, which would take about 2 weeks.
And then City Hall?
A city hall is 1,000 dust, and you have no laborers, so it will take approximately 1 month.
I think we should just
I think on that basis, the town might be the better option here.
In terms of time, yeah. But I guess... quite
So,
a
I mean,
bit
you
now.
could do other things, like you could attempt to recruit people. You can take other actions. You can travel. I mean, you basically have all the options in front of you. This is kind of a, you're not really checking a list, so to speak. You're discussing what you want to do, and then you're telling me, and then I tell you how to do it. That's the best.
Alright.
That's the best way to approach this now. You're above checklists right now.
All right. What do we want in our town, boys?
People who can help build it.
We want
So
people
that we
who
have
can
a
help
town.
build.
Yeah,
People who can
recruiting
protect
people.
that town. Guards. You know?
1 second. I'm gonna go get some water. Think about this.
Alright.
I think
I am coming through my mic okay though, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You are.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I personally want to go for the city option. Just getting a city hall out the gate would be nice.
Yeah.
But I think we definitely need to recruit some people to make that go faster.
Do you have the dust for it?
We
We have
3,000.
3,000.
You.
Okay.
I thought we had 6,000.
Well, keep in
No,
mind
we-
that you're gonna have other purchases.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not like we're on a time crunch here. We can just, build ourselves.
The only time crunch you're on is the pseudo meta time crunch of like, well, not really meta. It's you don't have like you have this long till this mission is finished, but the longer you take, time moves forward. Things, the world doesn't stop for you, is what I'm getting at. But that shouldn't affect you negatively. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question then. How much would it be to upgrade a town hall later to a city hall?
The difference.
Okay.
Additional
So
2,000
500 dust in 2 weeks. Yeah.
If we had laborers at that point, I'd probably be able to do it faster.
Laborers
We should
do it.
probably look for
Do it in
laborers.
half time.
Okay.
Alright, so
You can also ask me for advice.
Can I get your advice?
Well, if you want to build a city, you're going to need people. The first thing you need to do is build a town hall or city hall. I would suggest that if you want the most efficacious choice, building a city hall and then taking missions during your downtime to collect people, because you have several staff positions you're going to have to fill in. The number one thing you should do is you need to seek a regent. A regent rules whenever you're not there. So whenever you're not there, they rule in your stead. The regent affects the personality of your court, the alignment of your city. They're basically the highest staff position that is not you or Hinarius. So they're really important. Also, they run day-to-day activities for you. It's like, for example, they can do the recruiting themselves for the town, which will really help you because you don't have to do it yourself. Now, there are advantages to doing it yourself, but if what you're concerned with is the efficient use of time, that's literally what the regent is for. So my suggestion, if you want to do this properly, you want to find a regent first, and then you start building stuff, because the regent can recruit people and can run it for you. Also, as time passes, events can happen, and one might pop up that requires your attention, or that you want to go do, or whatever, right? And you want to be able to do that and still have progression at home. And you get all of that through a regent. So that's the first thing you should do, is recruit a regent, in my opinion.
Okay.
okay.
I think that's a good idea.
That sounds like a good call to me.
Thinking ahead here, dormitories for people. Do people just take care of that themselves?
Room and board is provided for. Room and board is provided for population cap. Staff members board themselves, with the exception of military. Military needs its own space.
Okay. Luckily, we have space for that.
Yeah, you have a barracks for that. Yeah, but like a regent will have his own room somewhere, so don't worry about that.
So we just need to get the outline ready, and someone who can help us maintain that outline.
Pretty much.
All right.
First thing you need to decide with a regent, which is something you should also decide for your city before you even get started. I have some questions that you should fill out. First things first, what alignment do you want your regent to be? Please keep in mind that there are no right or wrong choices here, but depending on what alignment that you choose will depict what kind of people are attracted to your city, what kind of advantages and disadvantages you'll have, what governments will work with it, different other traits that affect its productivity. I mean, it's not like if you choose evil that's bad. Not really. I mean, it's just what kind of place do you want it to be?
I feel like if I could say anything, it'd probably be lawful neutral. Lawful good.
Well, think about what you would want if you were starting out in the city. What would you want it to be? Like, I wouldn't want it to be a lawless hellscape, but at the same time, I would want it to be some place that it isn't going to be a struggle. I'm
I'd
picking
probably agree with
lawful
lawful
good.
neutral.
Yeah, same.
I would say lawful good, but that's me.
I mean, lawful good, lawful neutral. I feel like I feel like those lawful good does have its limiters. So
Do we all agree on lawful one? And
Yeah.
it sounds like lawful neutral has the majority, so lawful neutral then?
I just think like lawful good is a good idea, but lawful neutral means that even if we have to do what we feel is right if our reasoning for doing it something right is justified, then
You can also ask me
we're
for.
already struggling out here.
You can also ask me for a pro and con of each alignment.
Okay.
So, for example, if you chose lawful neutral, the pro of lawful neutral is that laws will be followed. It has the highest order aspect because the law is not distracted by conceptual arguments of good or evil.
Morality.
Right? Morality is not held as high, so law is more to the letter, and therefore this is the most orderly version of a city you can have. However, the downside of that is that such societies are going to be more prone to traditionalism. Innovation will not be seen quite with a carefree eye, and most importantly, chaos produces innovation, so you will be slowed in that regard.
okay.
But you will also have the highest order rate, which means less crime, less nonsense happening, and overall a more stable society whenever bad things do happen.
So we could have the order and the omens.
Got 'em.
Uh,
Please keep in mind that none of these alignments are absolutes. There's, like, a lawful neutral society could become innovative, but I'm just saying this is what your base statistics are.
That's what
Okay.
could happen.
Yeah.
hell, anything's possible.
Anything's possible in D&D. Hell, I mean, it's possible to go outside
You
and
saying
get struck
so?
by lightning 3 times and then get hit by a truck.
Or get turned inside out.
I wanted to ask
Yeah.
about the pros and cons for a lawful good.
So, lawful goods pros is that a lawful good society is going to produce the quintessential good people, as you might think about it: kindness, compassion, a generally outward-looking society in terms of aiding people. Charity will exist and all that side of thing. But lawful good societies are also the most judgmental. They are going to be the highest rate of outcasting. You might even, if unchecked properly, you might even have prejudice become accepted.
So Twitter. Oh god.
May
I don't want to run Twitter.
interrupt?
You.
May I interrupt this to say, Soul, could you give me access to the spire stuff notes, please?
I thought you did. Alright, I'm sure we're
I
both.
thought I did too. Apparently I can't type it though.
So
Out of curiosity,
yeah.
what would a chaotic evil city be like? Pros and cons.
So a chaotic evil city, its pros is that a chaotic evil city has the most innovation because everyone is ambitious and wishes to get to the top by any means necessary. It is a wild, tumultuous state which only the strong are allowed to dominate. So a chaotic evil society will not allow any weakness. Therefore, your military standing will increase by base, just by matter of fact, and magical innovation will be at its maximum. However, the problem is that there is no regard for their fellow people, and nationalism can only hold it together so much. A chaotic evil society will have a lot of crimes, rampant murder, a lower population cap, and also evil tends to attract the ire of those that consider themselves good. But that is also true of really anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Interesting.
So basically, the chaotic evil's strength is also its weakness, because no weakness is allowed, but that also means no forgiveness.
Yeah.
I would ask out of curiosity, but you know, I feel like we kind of, most of us are probably already decided on lawful neutral. But what would chaotic good be?
So a chaotic good society means that laws are far less paramount and only the morality that one holds within it. Chaotic good societies are the most prone to religious indoctrination, and indeed tends to have more heroism in it, generally speaking, but people tend to separate into their cultural groups, and it is a very argumentative society. So what you will have is a lot of stability and perhaps even a higher trade. You'll have a higher trade bonus because of that. But the problem with that is that in this particular regard, you're going to have a lot more diplomatic problems.
Yeah. All right. Also, apparently, I looked in chat for like a second. Apparently, our mics are quiet.
I adjusted you already.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't know if that was like something I should bring up or not.
I think I'm probably just quiet myself.
Yeah.
Same.
I think we're just being
You know-
quiet in general. We're listening.
You know, I don't. I will just start screaming in the mic. Don't test me.
Please don't.
Anyways, as always, this is just your base litmus test. Your city and town will get several traits which will affect it even further, like personality traits. For example, industrious is a trait you can get, which an industrious city or town will be far more commercially focused and will be less caring, you know, stuff like that, like less spiritualism, more economics, you know, things like that. And that will craft the society you'll build up around it.
Oh, nice. I think.
We're building a town.
Bro, building.
Yeah, ultimately, it isn't really that there's any bad choices. It's just the place you're going to live. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I should say there are no mechanically deficient choices, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Of course.
You're breathing into the mic.
Sorry.
I guess. What does everybody want this town to be? Like, what's your ideal for it?
You know, if I was going into a town, I'd expect it to be, you know, pretty lawful, pretty orderly. You know, no one to be getting murdered out in the streets.
Unrealistic.
Yeah.
After everything we've seen, having some order would definitely be preferable.
Alright.
I'd like to see that we have some skilled traders. Sorry. I'd like to see it that we'd have a little bit of a skillsman here. You know, if we can't do something, we'll be able to go around the town, see if there's anybody that can do it.
Of course.
I think that would be the best thing that I'd like out of it. I could care less about the money. I think we're going to be doing fine on that, because if we ever need it, we can go get it ourselves.
Right.
Raid a bandit camp or something.
Until we get this place built up, we won't have much need for our money anyway, will we?
True. But I agree with all of you. I think we should, this should be a good place. Lawful indeed. Personally, my vote, lawful good.
I vote
Same.
for neutral.
Egg.
Lawful neutral. I
Well,
didn't
neutral.
know how to say it in character.
The lawful neutral has it then.
So be it. Your regent shall be lawful neutral.
Where would we find said regent?
Hold on, we're not done yet.
Okay.
Next thing you get to choose is what kind of trait would you like your regent to have. Keep in mind that this will give you your starting trait for your town or city. This trait is something like compassionate, or industrious, or spiritual, or militaristic. You can also choose more extreme traits like reckless or cautious and stuff like that. Basically, a single word that can decide that trait of that region, which will then expand into a trait tree for the city and town.
Alright.
Right.
I actually do have kind of a suggestion for if we're going to be deciding this quickly.
What's up?
What if we just took some of the traits off of ourselves? You know?
Not a bad idea, actually. Well, having said that, it's probably not a good idea for that, because a horny regent sounds horrible.
The good ones. The good ones.
That trait would not be horny. That would be hedonistic, which that is a trait you can choose.
Okay.
Remember, there are no mechanically deficient choices.
Is there a difference between like innovative and industrious, or are they kind of?
So industrious works more as to the bottom product line and will increase the productivity. Innovation means that you will have more options of things to which to build. Industrious is using what you have and making it more efficient. Innovation is finding things you don't have.
Okay,
That's the major difference between them.
that would be my suggestion.
Considering, future dangers we may face, I was thinking brave. Probably.
Yeah,
be
I
a
was
good
I was
one.
gonna say brave too, but like we do get to pick more than one, right?
Right now, you get one trait.
Oh,
This is who your regent is. It helps me craft them.
okay.
Later, you'll get more traits based off of decisions that you make and events and all kinds of stuff.
Ooh,
For
sounds like a lot of fun.
specifically for the region, what benefits would militaristic give us?
Well, to be clear, these are all. There's no mechanically deficient choices, but they don't have hard mechanics attached to them because I need to kind of craft some stuff on the fly. But
Understood.
to be clear, militaristic would be a good example of a militaristic society is that everyone serves. So, like, there are even countries in real life where all males have mandatory military service. That would be a militaristic society. Or like ancient Sparta, where everyone is trained as a warrior. So that obviously would increase your combat capabilities as a people, but it would also come with the cost of art, patronage, and a lot of other things as well. Basically, nobody gets to specialize outside of military. Everyone's military filtered, which has its good and bad things. Well, it's not so much that it's forced like you're a tyrant. It's that it's expected of them. Remember, this is a societal trait. This is not somebody's making you serve. It is expected of you to serve. So you would do it because it's how you were raised anyway. You see what I mean? That's kind of how these societies would exist.
I mean, I want a little bit of freedom. I want a little bit of America in my town.
Well, a good example is that there are certain things expected of you in America as well. Yeah, they're not always good.
I know.
So.
I personally think brave as a trait. What about you guys?
I would say brave.
Brave.
What about opportunistic?
There's an interesting one. See,
My ears are tingling.
Well, see, because opportunistic is sometimes seen as a bad thing, but it can also be a very good thing. It's a very neutral trait, which is why I like it. Opportunistic means, for those that don't know, an opportunistic person is somebody that takes advantage of situations as they are presented towards them. And what extremes that they take with those opportunities is based off of their moral fabric, which, since you've chosen lawful neutral, the only thing that they won't do, most likely, is break any pre-established laws. So that means that good and evil moralities would not interfere in any way.
Interesting.
I also think it would be cool to choose the militaristic one or the brave one, as it would be very cool to have the ability to mobilize a force if we ever wanted to.
Yeah, and also keep the town safe from the eyeless if they ever come back again. Which they probably are.
The invading forces, i.e., there's cannibals in the area, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I think brave, because militaristic, while it'd be nice to have, like, being able to have a ready force whenever, because everybody's trained in it, I think would be just too limiting
What would
overall.
brave actually be? Like,
What I was gonna
Brave has its issues, because brave can be courageous, but also full-ish.
could also mean reckless.
True.
I've had first.
but is that not what we're like?
Yeah.
I would say any different, but I did jump off a 40-foot cliff, so you have me there.
Yeah.
Got him.
that was less bravery, more
That was me thinking, oh, 10-foot increments. I could definitely fall down that and live.
You are actually thinking under the box.
He was thinking in metric.
I was thinking in metric tons. Sorry, that was.
A
I was thinking
metric ton of
kilometers.
shit.
I'm gonna go with brave.
I personally think brave as well.
No, I mean I'll go brave. If he needs to, if he needs to talking down to, then like.
Any large opposition?
And that would matter.
I mean, what I'm thinking is that bravery and courage are kind of different. Brave can be reckless. Courageous can be more towards one's, can be more thought process into you doing something.
So would courageous be better?
They're the same thing,
No.
mechanically
Saying,
speaking.
yeah, they're pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
No, then never mind.
The hairs don't split that far.
Fair enough.
True.
Right, let's go with that.
All right, you would like a courageous regent. Okay.
Yes.
That's exactly the one I thought you were going to choose, honestly.
He knows us too well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys aren't wrong. Whether or not it's smart, you're pretty brave, so.
Brave and ballsy. There's a fine line there,
I call
though.
this one bold and brash. Looks at you.
More like belongs in the trash.
Okay. All right,
Oh, they need a drinking game for SpongeBob references.
that'll work for me. Let's see here.
I mean, you'd die if you were in the Discord playing that game.
All right, I'm gonna do some rolls here. Let's see. Let's determine some race and stuff. Okay.
Ah,
Those are big numbers. Are those good big numbers or bad big numbers?
let's find out.
Next time on Order and Omen.
Please no. Please no.
I'm joking. I'm only pulling your leg. Don't worry.
Been pulled off at this point. There's
No,
no leg
actually-
left.
Actually, I lopped off both of your legs. It was funny. It was supposed to be a prank. You good though, right?
Watch Mojo's top 10 pranks. Number 10, opening a tome. Number 9, jumping down the cliff.
Hey, you wanna know? You wanna know a really good prank? You should put this one at number 1. Bro, you should pull your friend's exposed nerve ending, dude.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
No, if you really want to prank a friend, you super glue their hands to their head, and then you cut their head off, so that whenever their head moves, it looks like they just ripped their own head off.
Oh god.
Oh god. Oh good lord.
What the
I didn't-
fuck?
Yeah, how did we get onto this?
What
Please?
the fuck?
If you want a
Moving on to
better
the-
prank, how about you tape a nuclear warhead to someone's
All right.
to the top of someone's door? Boom.
That's big though.
It is. It's also funny. Some Looney
I don't
Tunes
know
type
about
shit.
that.
Man.
Men?
Okay, let me give let's roll up a little bit more spice here.
First,
Okay.
That's my birthday day.
Spies.
our society is gonna be like, like an inactive landmine. It's gonna be like you can toss it down a staircase, it'll be just fine. Tap it lightly with a ball peen hammer, it explodes.
Strange.
I'm having buyer's remorse. I think we should have went with opportunistic.
No.
Do it now.
Hey,
Right now,
well, like you
anyways,
said, we
yeah.
get it. Like you said, we get a base trait. So if we want,
That's
it,
true.
it is a possibility that we could encourage opportunism in that person. Once we got a
Very
town
true.
going, and he would see the benefits of it. But we would have to
Yeah.
do that in character.
Yeah, I'm fine with doing that in character.
Damn
Exactly.
hindsight.
But there's one small flaw with that.
What's your tiny flaw?
I'm a traditionalist.
I see.
I
Everything
immediately
makes a
cast
little more
guiding
sense
bolt.
now.
Actually, I lied. It's not canon.
Chrotus, what does your guiding bolt look like?
It's like a big fuck off ball of light.
I imagine you just shoot it. It's got the words "fuck you" written in it.
No, that's what my inflict wounds is. It's just the tattoos fuck off on my hands.
Fuck you. Fuck her too.
With an exclamation point to fill out the last remaining space. And the fucking pinky.
Alright. I found him.
Ooh. Oh, guys, we get to play with an NPC.
Whoa,
I'm so excited. Roleplay.
Whoa, roleplay.
Hopefully this one stays alive this time.
Oh no, that's right. What have we done? We've doomed this man.
And just
Just don't kill him.
Wait,
For it.
we're putting a whole town on it too.
That's a lot of NPCs to meet. That's a lot of chances where we accidentally kill everyone.
I mean, think of it this way: most of them will end up dead one way or another because of circumstance. We're
Ah,
giving them a
yes.
chance.
Nihilism.
No.
That's also a
just-
trait.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I better not a great one to be having though.
Alrighty, here we go.
Is nepotism a trait?
Oh my
Yes.
goodness! What the hell?
Anything
it-
is.
I think a
mean, he's
thunderstorm just
doing
started
it by the
outside.
fly. It's very cool.
Oh.
It's strange. It's clear as fuck outside for me. It's like there's not even.
Well, I live in Oregon, bro.
I live
Oh,
in.
no, the
I live in
Oregon Trail.
Texas. There's not a single cloud in the sky.
Imagine living in Oregon. Lol. Imagine. Lol.
I live inside of an organ.
Wouldn't live anywhere else if I had the choice.
Lol.
Imagine
Imagine.
living in America. Lol.
Lol. Imagine being a country
I could
anyone
imagine.
gave a shit about. Just kidding.
Bro, I can't believe it.
Lol. Imagine being a country of crap whiskey.
Ah, that's fine. We'll just buy yours.
Nice.
Because we have money. Anyway. Okay, I'll stop.
That's
Money
enough.
but no taste. Interesting.
Let's
Oh,
figure out how
I
the town
I
goes.
almost said something fucked up. Holy shit. Oh, God.
No, not right now. Not right
Was
Well,
now.
it about the
guys,
potato
back-
famine?
back
It
to
must
the
have been
game.
about the potato famine.
It must. Yeah. Was it about the potatoes? It was about the potatoes, wasn't it?
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Still a sore spot for us.
Ah, it's still a sore one.
That and the Titanic.
That and the Titanic.
All right, so
Hold on.
action's stable right now, but yeah, it just started freaking raining and thunderstorming outside. So I'll let you guys know if something happens.
All
I
right.
might have to hop on
Okay.
my phone.
All right. Well.
Oh no.
Good luck.
I'm almost done. I'm ordering food real quick as well because I haven't eaten today,
Ooh.
Me either.
and I don't have time to cook.
Thinking about that.
I haven't eaten since lunch.
All right. Here we go. Let me line you guys up here. I think they're still working on your completed map, so we'll just have to use imagination.
Imagination.
Actually,
I
hold
mean,
on.
honestly,
Let
we
me
don't
check.
have a town hall, so we'd probably do an interview here, if anything.
Well, I mean, there's supposed to be a council chamber getting made. Well, let me go check. They might have made it, and I just missed it.
Let's-
Oh no, everything's still fucked up. Okay, never mind. All right.
Let's do it in the vodka room.
please.
Yes, in the void
Please do
room.
not. Please, we'll bring him to the top of the spire.
That's
Please do not-
fine. It doesn't like we don't. I just we'll just do it here. Just imagine we're there. All right, it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Imagine it's still probably repairing itself. So.
Anyway, after a few days of discussing with Hanarius what you wish in a regent, Hanarius has decided to use its limited interaction with the world to reach out and attempt to find you an individual to serve. All right. And this man... Sorry, that was weird. Somebody's
Honk, honk.
Somebody
He
honking
pulls
out. Yeah, he pulls up in an ice cream truck. Oh
He's
God.
a
hell
fucking
yeah, dude.
clown. He's a clown.
He comes out, he's a clown with a
fucking
wicked
clown
smile. It's Sweet Tooth!
Oh no!
He starts driving around shooting missiles at the spire and butching all over the place.
That's a deep cut.
Anyway, this man will approach you. What you see is a younger looking man, approximately early 20s. As he approaches you, you notice that he has a wicked set of red scars and tattoos down his right arm. He has a blade sheathed at his back, and he gives you a very courtly bow, that indicating that he has had some etiquette training. Also, this art was made by somebody not a part of the team. Their name is Linda Luthen, and I really like their style, and so I borrowed it for now. So please check them out. This is my shout out for them.
That artist.
Anyway,
Oh,
Wrong way.
oh my.
all right, and you see this guy.
Oh, that's some sick art.
Ooh,
Jesus.
he's sick, dude.
Yeah, I like their style. It's like
Scale mail.
I like it a lot.
If
Anyway.
you happen to see this, you know you could join.
Anyway, he will approach and will give a bow, and he will say, Lords of the Spire, I have under the impression that you require someone to assist you with rulership and the running of things. I have come to offer my services.
We do, and I bow in respect to him.
Greetings.
He releases his bow.
My name's Axel. These
Greetings.
are my compatriots.
I am called Aten, Otaten.
Greetings.
Pleasure to meet you. My name's Tulin.
I'm Yig.
Sashiv, a pleasure.
Oh, do you have any previous experience working as a regent?
I do not, my lords, but I did before the fall of my monastery. I served as treasurer and as a captain.
Monastery, you say?
Yes.
What were you? Chrotus, what's it that you do at a monastery again? I'm kind of drawing a blank.
A long person to ask. I travelled inside Bleak and outside Bleak very little.
Right. What did you do at your monastery?
I like
As-
to roll a check. What's
as-
exactly as a monastery?
As I said, I was treasurer. I took care of the finances, and I served as a captain.
Okay. Do you guys do like training for battle? Or
I mean, I kind
what
of
did everybody else at
established-
the monastery do?
A monastery is a place of reflection and peace, but yes, we trained our
Okay.
bodies as well as our minds.
So, would you classify yourself as potentially a monk?
Yes.
How often did you see combat?
At first, infrequently, and then very much all at once.
It's been rough.
Or are you
How
under
did you feel like your
siege?
men had it?
Sorry, you guys spoke at the same time there. I didn't hear anything.
Sorry.
You go first, Roxy.
No, you.
Just
I
pick
turned
one.
to you. How's the morale among your men? I imagine with infrequent fighting, but that grew to constant conflict. I imagine it couldn't have been easy to keep morale up.
Well, I believe that the morale of my men no longer matter.
I guess that's a good segue to ask. What happened to the monastery and led to you coming to us?
As I said, it fell. It was conquered. Most of my brethren were killed. The few that didn't spread into the mountains. We were attacked by a spirit several spirits.
Describe them.
They were like shadows given form, and with them they carried a red light.
Do those sound familiar to me, or?
Yeah, Calvin's gonna look around at the other four.
I would say it should sound familiar to you, for that was the creature that killed Lux.
Oh. Axel's just writing down on a notepad, red.
I look at my sword.
Chrotus has a Kill Bill flashback.
I think we're a little bit familiar with that kind. We had an encounter with one ourselves. I'm sorry to hear that you had that happen.
You survived. That was the important thing.
My belief in what has happened and how I have felt about it are still a tumultuous conflict within myself. But I am alive, and I shall seek to live the best life that I can, and I seek a cause and a purpose. It seems that you need someone to run things while you were away, and perhaps, as I have lost one home, I could build another.
We've all lost something.
How much of the finances were you dealing with as the treasurer?
What do you mean?
What's the amount that you were working with?
Our monastery was humble, but I handled anywhere from 500 to 2,000 dust.
All right.
I don't know how much Honorius has told you about what we plan to do.
Who is
with our
Honorius?
city.
I was approached by a man in a tavern.
Well, that makes sense that he wouldn't be able to show himself.
Well, Honorius is somebody that we work with. He's a
Can I
friend of ours, but he's out of
Is it-
town currently.
before he finishes that, is this something that should be being said? That's not
Yeah.
like it's not like
Depends.
Do I need to roll deception
Sound-
for that?
is that like fucky or
He has no reason not to believe you.
oh, okay?
Okay.
Look,
I'm going to sharply look at Yig and the others after saying that.
He'll look back and
For your
Yeah, that's
intents and purposes, he's an outside kind of man. He travels a lot, and he can get things done for us.
The monk will nod and provide no response.
Out
I'll
of
go.
curiosity, would I be able to make a perception check to see his combat capabilities?
That's
I
Marshall.
know he's a regent, but
Marshall.
Marshall.
okay.
He's also a captain.
if I could, I'd like to do the same.
Sure.
16 tell me anything?
I'm waiting for the other roll.
18.
With your combined knowledge, he's approximately of third season.
Alright.
Is that good? Is that bad?
It's third level.
Oh,
That's how I say it in character is season.
nice.
The third season.
Nice.
well,
He's got experience. That's the important thing.
as I was saying, our goal for this town is we're trying to mostly build it around protecting the spire, but since this spire seems to have a way of keeping the flux out, we've been trying to establish a place where people who have experienced what we have, the hardships, the cannibals, the unlawful interactions with other sections of the region, we're offering them the chances we didn't have. If that's something you can get along with, then I think you'll work with us just fine.
That does not sound unpleasant.
Now, we've just gained access to a way of quickly traveling around this, wherever this is, this area. And so, if we were to leave things in your hands, do you think you would be able to capably keep things in order? It'll be small at first, but things will hopefully ramp up once we're able to start establishing this town.
I am confident that I can learn what I do not know.
Shall nod.
He will also nod at this.
Does anyone else have any questions for him?
I do.
Go on then.
What do you like to do on your free time?
Meditate.
Figured as much.
Now, do you have any questions for us, Aiton?
Only one. How do you feel about demons?
Depends on what you mean when you say demons.
The man does not clarify. He watches your reaction.
We haven't had
Good to
much
know.
experience with demons ourselves, but
If I can I just stare into him to see what his intention with this is?
You can roll insight.
Okay.
we haven't had much experience with demons per se, but that's something we'd need to evaluate whenever it comes to that.
I don't have any problems with demons. I didn't know that there were any around here.
What does it mean?
But as the leader of the, as Regent, I don't think we would mind if you took care of them however you felt.
Ig, you notice that his question was honest, but he is nervous as to what your answer might be. A bit
When I realize that,
anxious.
is it fun? Yeah, when I realize that, is it fun if I use my soul sight on him?
Sure.
Alright. Activation!
Alright, with your soul sight, you can see that he's a living soul.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bit of shadow on the edges of it, however.
You convey this to the group, Ig.
I'd like to silently, I would silently do that. Like, probably not to just
Can he do that?
Yeah, he can whisper to his friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just look towards Sashiv and just
Good enough feeling, but still something strange attached to it.
I don't know if I speak for the entire group here, but I'll say this. While we have no experience working with demons or working against demons, if we can ally ourselves with them, then we need more allies. We don't have the luxury of choice in certain matters. But if they get in our way, or if they cause trouble for what we're trying to do, then they'll learn quickly that that was a foolish decision.
The man will offer no response, but will nod, accepting your answer. In that case, I am satisfied. I am prepared to get to work if you are prepared to allow me.
I'll look towards the others.
Sashiv will nod.
I have no
Oh, well.
issues.
I see no reason to send him away. Seems quite personable, him.
He's looking for another chance, just like we are. I say we give it to him and see what this man can do.
I say,
Look at him, just a little bit suspicious, and he will nod.
I'll say, excuse me, I'll be saying that I think we will eat in dinner tonight. Welcome to the team. And I'll shake his hand.
I'll offer my hand. Oh, actually, no. Correction. I will bow.
He will return with the bow. You notice that he watches the hand warily, and he will carefully cover his hand with a cloth before he shakes it.
Take note of that.
All right.
I shall get to work then. He will Once he is dismissed, he will go about his job.
You may go ahead and do so.
Well, I had a question for the party before he goes.
Oh.
Since he's since he's officially amongst our ranks and we agree in that, should we explain to him more about Cenarius?
I'm sure he'll figure it out.
No, I already told him everything that he needed to know.
He doesn't know about Panaris' origins. Or about the shadow that is effectively something very close to him.
Well, I'm saying since he's going to be working with us, he's eventually going to run into him.
I mean, it'd be the sensible thing to do, but frankly, he already knows what he needs to know. So,
Let's give him the day, and then we'll ease him in gently.
Alright.
If anything, it would probably be more of a shock to him. I mean, you didn't believe us at first for most of what we told you. Give him a chance to get acclimated, and we can give him all the details once he's established himself.
I think the
think it
difference
may
is he's
also
been
be-
awake longer than I have.
Valid point.
You've got to be saying though. Might be worth asking Hilarious if he wants to be known or not.
Yeah. Has A10 left? Or
Yeah.
is he still in the... Okay.
Yeah, he's
well,
back.
well, you could probably ask through the index.
I was gonna do it out of character, but
I mean, alright, so
I
was that it? Or...
I mean,
Just
I'm
even-
about to move on to the next bit. I mean, if you guys still want to roleplay, that's fine. But
Oh, then you guys go ahead.
Sashiv will look at the index and say, "Does anyone actually think he cares?"
I mean, it'd probably be important for him to know anyways. He's one of
I
the
don't-
highest ranking people here other than us.
I think he knows already. He was kind of sent him to us, but he
Uh,
also did it through another man at a bar.
He didn't know
So-
about Panaris.
That's
Exactly.
why I'm asking.
Whatever it was, I'm sure Hanarius had his reasons. Regardless, I think he would get the idea generally.
Alright then.
We have other pressing matters to attend to. I'm sure that he'll make his presence known when he feels like it.
Aye. Now, where do we keep the hammers and nails around here? It's gonna be time to build something.
all right. So let's go over costs. So your Regent, A10 Ota 10, which I'm surprised nobody caught the joke, because he's a 10 out of 10.
I did not catch
You
that.
never said anything about Yig Olkin.
No
He's
funny
so
business,
cool
only
guy.
professions.
Only professions.
Screw your professionalism.
Screw you, I'm gonna say
God.
jokes. Yibbity gabbity goobity.
Wow.
Hey guys, I'm super professional actually. This is a lie.
All right. His salary is 150 dust, by the way, per month.
Okay.
Alright.
Per month.
Per month?
Yep.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Got to ask about how much we have to pay him.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
I
the
know.
most important. He's the
Oh.
most. A regent is the most
That
important
is true.
thing we need right now. So it's the investment.
Also, you got lucky. He's a monk, so he doesn't actually have a high salary.
Oh, nice.
So. It's one of the. It's
What?
one of the.
We
It's
got
one
the
of the cool
cheap
because
things.
we don't have it because we don't have deep pockets.
We saved
I
money.
get- quick question: would this upkeep be a part of the
Mana,
main
yeah,
spire?
yep. That's because that's for your staff.
Alright.
Okay, so now we need to move time forward so that A10 can gather people for you. He's going to start gathering laborers, and depending on how lucky he is in the first week, that's how many we can get to start building the city hall.
Alright.
Presuming that you want to build a city hall.
Yes, I want to build a city hall. I'm with the go big, go home crowd.
All right, then I will move time forward.
Are we able to do anything in our downtime, or
Or
will we be busy planning?
I mean, you're in the planning phase, so not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could I be meditating? Question mark.
Okay. Here we go.
Regent's just at the top of the tower meditating.
I just cast something to the warden, calling him a bitch every day for a month straight.
Hey, Warden. Beach.
Mm.
Oh,
Can't tell.
Where did you get this number?
No, I just found it.
Hey, now we get to use a different time zone. I propose SR, Spire Reclaimed.
I just explained what we did.
Alrighty.
No, it's just EC time. Engine Crucible.
There we go.
Okay, looks like that Aiton was pretty quick about his word. After about a week, some refugees nearby have been turned into laborers. Not skilled ones, but people to get you started. So your population of your city is now at 50.
Oh, nice.
That's not bad.
That's
Yay!
a low but high number.
Okay, let's get that started. Okay. 1,000 dust. Spend it for me.
Sure.
Of course,
Alright.
Spent.
So just get rid of my entire share. Where can I actually find the party pool?
It's in the document for Spire stuff.
Be right back.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Good time.
I will also be right back.
Don't worry, guys. I won't
Hey,
be right
chat.
back because I have nowhere to go.
This is a great time for you to get up, maybe get a stretch, get a
Yeah, dude,
snack.
maybe,
Or-
maybe,
You could subscribe to Arcadum's channel or use your Twitch Prime so that you can get yourself one free month of Arcadum's good content, including emotes and support for these community and games.
and potential to get into another game.
That is true.
Not
And a
only
part
that,
of the
you
living
can
world.
use your... That's what I was going to do too.
And you
How's
could
my
be
sales
really
pitch?
awesome and give me more money so I could do more of my sandwich stream.
How much to turn it into a salad stream?
How much to turn it into a salad stream? How much does it?
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. We gotta answer that. The answer. The end.
Yeah,
Alright.
as long as you need.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Tracking time. So, 50 potential laborers. You've chosen the city hall. People are starting to build up. Time is being tracked. Now, you can start choosing what things you want to do during your downtime, since your region is taking care of the building process.
Alright.
So,
So,
there's lots of facilities that you can use. You can also use training if you want to train out of your revelation or something like that. Like, there's lots of options here.
okay.
Yeah, it's really what you want to do.
I do have a question though.
What about?
How would one go about training a proficiency, if that is possible?
Proficiency in what?
I don't know, like something like athletics.
Sorry. That would take probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But you'd have to change your proficiency from something else.
Okay. Fair enough. Do we have 2 weeks or?
Well, time just moves forward. If you want to spend, you say, yeah, I would like to do that, and then I'll move time forward, and then at the end of said time, you get it.
I'll save that for later.
What?
I said I'll save that for later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the options for me again?
What do you mean?
What are we doing right now? I stepped away for a moment.
Okay.
What we're gonna be doing
Right now, the laborers are building your city hall, and Aiden is taking care of that. So now you have downtime. So if you want to spend them on your character, you can. It depends on what facilities you want to use and what it is that you want to do.
I think at some point I would try to, well, Chrotus would probably go up to the soul font and try to understand it a wee bit more, if that's an option.
Communing with the soul font is an option for a cleric, and it can produce randomized benefits and other events. So that's something you just set yourself to, and at the end of each week of you communing, something can happen.
Figure I'd do that for a week then, see what it's like.
Okay?
I'd like to go out and see if I can find more people.
Alright, if you're going out, that means you're not at the spire for that week. So that means if something happens, you're not there to interact.
No
I mean, I'll
problem.
be following him. Or if he's leaving, then I'd probably be following him.
Okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to, I guess, spend the week, see if Henarius has any files on my vessel, because he, out of character specifically, was talking about how well, no, that wasn't out of character. He referred to me as, what did he refer to?
The Guardian.
Yeah, Guardian.
Alright, so Revelation Synergy. That's what you want to do.
Yes.
Could I possibly do the same thing while I'm out, or is that not
Nope.
possible?
If you're helping Calvin, you're helping Calvin.
Probably too late to backtrack then.
It's not too late.
You,
Oh, okay.
yeah, if you want to do it, you can. I'll be fine out on my own.
Alright.
Possibly.
Just don't die. Make sure you take a lunchbox with you.
Well, I'll tell you this, Yig. I'm very good at running away.
Alright. And what about you, Seviroth? Anything?
I want to spend time in the Blade Works. She wants to try to understand how the Taladoni technology works, even if it's just a little bit. And she's not going to be messing with the machinery a lot, but she wants to try and, even if it takes time, she wants to try and, even if it's just out of wood, she wants to craft herself a new pair of horns. If that's too much, I can lower it down.
That's fine. Okay. Chrotus, for your font, you do that for as long as you'd like. Every week you get an update. Calvin, how long of an expedition do you want to go out recruiting? The longer you spend, the higher chance you have of it being successful.
2 weeks.
If Calvin's leaving, I'll give him the index in case he needs to contact us or Henarius.
Yeah.
I likely refuse to. Oh wait, no, I will take the index because it's a copy. It's not Honorius's.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not Henarius.
Don't
Just
worry,
a
we got a
copy.
ton of these. It's like pocket watches.
That would be fucking hilarious if he got robbed.
I bet it.
Guys, I got drunk in a bar. Lady took it
I
right
will
off me.
actually change that to 3 weeks. I'll be out because we're planning for a month currently.
Well, possibly
It'll
half
be-
the time because we have.
Yeah, half the time
laborers.
because we have laborers now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, then yeah, 2 weeks.
I'd probably do 2 weeks for my thing as well.
Well, you get to
Sorry.
just choose to stop because yours is a constant thing.
I don't know how to decide. What's it called? Revelation stuff. So.
Well, that's because you just progress, and I'll tell you how close you are.
Oh, fair
You
enough.
don't know how long that's going to take.
All right.
All right, here we go. Moving time forward. Roll events.
Oh, that's wrong.
I don't think that's
Is that
right.
Is that accurate? Is that?
Did they?
I don't think that's accurate.
No, that's
This is
accurate.
Oh, it
Oh.
is.
Huh.
The dash doesn't do anything.
I don't think so.
Let me try
Huh.
something.
I'll see. Yeah.
Oh,
No?
no,
Nothing. Yep.
we got 100.
All right. All right then. Ah, nice.
I think at one point I would try to cast something to the warden. Is that all right?
Well, hold on. I'm doing stuff right now.
Fair enough.
I mean, you're just talking shit to him?
Yeah, effectively. Not like just calling him bitch. I actually have something written out. Aladdin says I'll probably call him bitch after.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. What do you say to him?
Melis, warden of nothing, run for your life. For the flight to serve him, have found your pitiful existence ripe for pruning. Talk real soon.
Bitch.
The warden's response is, "Oh, well. Look who it is. You'll be in chains again soon enough. And this time, we'll make sure they're extra thick."
Fair enough.
I think that was spot on 25 words.
Damn.
The crunch is kept in too.
Yeah, he feels a twitch in his eye.
Super confident.
The warden was also eating. Sorry.
He caught him during his lunch
You
break.
called him during lunch break, bro.
It's like when handsome Jack calls you. Oh hey buddy. Oh,
Hey,
these
man.
pretzels suck.
Oh man. Oh my
How's your
goodness.
day been?
What
Alright.
you doing, bro?
Yeah, that's the.
All right, so I have some good news. At the end of the first week, you receive an event.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, several caravans of rival merchants appear at the engine of crucibles. The first is a merchant that hails from the Aurelian. The second is a merchant that hails from the Ogre. And the third is a merchant that hails from the Verdant. The three merchants are rivals and do not wish to do, and each one seeks exclusive trade rights to the spire. But they will not share with one another, for they are bitter rivals to one another. As such, you, party, get to choose which one you would like to establish a trade route with. Or, you can choose not to establish any trade route and make an argument for non-exclusivity.
I feel like a trade route would be pretty good for business. What do you guys
Have fun
think?
with that one, guys. I'm not here.
Fair enough.
Well, what are the... Is it just exclusivity rights, or are they offering anything specific?
Exclusive rights to trade, so that you then get products and services from those regions.
Oh, nice.
What does each region specialize in?
The Verdant, Verdant specializes in fauna, creatures of rare and powerful builds. Trading with the Verdant will not only provide normal trading capacities, but also will unlock rare mounts that you could possibly buy and use.
Cool.
The Aurelian
I'm sitting on ice.
is a land filled with cursed fields that feed most of the Conflux. Trading with the Aurelian can result in not only the normal trade stuffs, but also rare and powerful consumables, The Ochre is a desert region where there are high mana fluctuations as well as the Oasis. As such, trading with them provides not only normal trade benefits, but also a chance to access the artifact market.
What's that?
The artifact market is a market that can only be accessed by nobles and those with proper standing. This requires a higher Taladonic rank most of the time. The artifact market is a market dedicated specifically to artifact level items, magic items and stuff like that.
Okay.
The big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You know, those all sound pretty good. I'm a little bit split.
Yours are a little bit not there.
Yeah.
No, didn't Yig change his mind?
Yeah, I was doing the revelation stuff.
The only person not there is Calvin.
Oh.
If I was to say my stance on it, I'd say either Verdant or not the
Verdant
consumable one.
You said
The
the code.
Aurelian.
Verdant or Ochre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because while we will have access to stuff like artifact stuff, we're still going to have to purchase it. And it's already going to cost enough for us to set things up. So I think that an investment in like having more access to things immediately might be more beneficial. It's going to cost one way or another, but there's certain benefits that we're probably going to need from those more than artifact weapons. Because if we get mana, we can upgrade our weapons here.
Yeah, I think my vote's on Verdant though.
And trade route with the Verdant means we could probably get if we're going to be doing a contract with them, we might also get access to their trade routes, which means we might be able to find safer ways to get to Verdant. And Verdant Amphitheater was one of the places that that soul you mentioned may be
Golem
beneficial.
Yeah, one of the Golemancers is there.
So if we know that and we have this kind of information, I think Verdant may be the right choice.
I'm leaning towards Verdant as well, but also Aurelian, just for consumables.
Sure,
I mean, we could have farms here, right?
would hope so.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, all of these trade routes, regardless, are going to provide the same thing, but they each have their specialty. So
Right.
we shouldn't be looking at whether or not these can provide food in that.
It was taken care of, technically.
What's
So-
Chrotus' stance on this? Just ideas.
Either the Ochre or the Aurelian. I don't think any of us need for mounts, considering we do have a, it's
Nexus.
basically a way to, the Nexus, but there's also the, what was it called? The Siege thing.
The Siege Foundry.
Build vehicles if we, can get that up and running.
Yeah, but that's mana. We don't
But,
have mana.
Well,
Yet.
it requires essence,
Yeah.
but it's more so that likely the difference will be between mechanical and biological at that point, and at that point you can't create biological creatures out of a siege foundry. It's not as far as we know of. So there's always the chance of getting something cool like I don't know, bird, T-Rex.
It's
I don't know.
cheaper. Oh wait, I'm not allowed to say anything. My bad.
I mean,
You
unfortunately.
can say stuff. He doesn't want to have a vote because you're not there.
Yeah. Technically, we'd be.
I do
thinking
not
of
want to
Verum.
sway the vote.
How about I personally say Verdant. Chrotus?
I'm saying Verdant.
And looks like Verdant, because I'm on that too.
I would have said Aurelian, but group majority.
So Verdant?
Yep.
Alright.
I mean, we could technically try, but we could technically try to get them to not do exclusivity, but we'd have to convince them, and I'm not, unless I'm trying to intimidate them, I don't think
They probably
they'd listen to me.
All
It
right.
also might scare them off.
The other two merchants are obviously bitter about that, but accept your decision. And the verdant merchant establishes your trade route. Boop, 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 boop. Wow, wow, wow.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Rep increase.
Rep decrease in 2 areas.
Oof.
It happens.
It's like, fuck these guys. I didn't want to be in their stupid tower anyways.
But here's the thing: if we establish it and get this place up and running, then there's also the chance that we can invite them to do another contract. Because
Yeah.
if we could convince this guy to, swallow some pride.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's nothing saying we can't have further trade contracts down the right. Yeah, down the line.
Or we get
Right
another
now-
tower and open up a contract with them.
All right, see if anything happens. Chrotus.
Or Calvin? Or
Okay.
Miss Solfon stuff.
And this is for Calvin. Ooh, Calvin has an event. Let's see.
21.
All right, Calvin. While out on your own, something occurs. You can see that there is a large encampment filled with unscrupulous and perhaps more villainous individuals. Such individuals could always use more work, or you can continue your search. Calvin, you there?
Yes, 1 second, please. Do they have alcohol?
Well, as you get closer, make me a perception check.
Shouldn't have gotten the pirate to do
13.
They are certainly drinking. Unfortunately, there is one other possibly thing that you might want to keep an eye out for, and that is that the gate above the palisade gate to their encampment has several human faces stretched over the top of it. You think that
Yeah, I'm not going
you
there.
think you have stumbled upon a cannibal camp.
Yeah, I'm not going there. I do not like cannibals.
No recruiting of cannibals.
No recruiting of cannibals. No, I do not
Alright,
like
then.
them.
I
In
don't
that
think
case,
the-
in that case, your journey for recruitment continues.
It's just like, I don't know how the people,
I
the folks
don't-
back home would feel about
You
that.
know what? I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna pass.
You know,
on
I
that.
don't want my people eating.
You guys want some cannibals? Hard pass. Hard pass.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you, no.
He just casually
it
walks
would-
into the...
It would be very entertaining if I did bring them back to see the rest of you guys. Just be like, "Wait, check
Can I
out these
keep them?"
guys that I'm out drinking. They're gonna help us build the town.
Let's eat people. Oh, I don't like that guy.
Shotgun.
Got to put old
Unfortunately,
Billy
no,
down.
I do not like cannibals.
No cannibals. All right, no cannibals.
No cannibals.
They were washing down human faces with alcohol. The last part I could get behind, but the rest, I'm
Well,
not so sure.
you know, good old blood alcohol.
Oh my.
Oh,
Ugh.
What a Bloody Mary.
that's hard shit.
Ah!
I can't trigger that actually.
Oh.
So, why is that chart not augmented then? Deal with it later. Okay. Oh, and talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it.
Ooh, yeah.
Eating my ass and put the toe in my mouth. Let's see if anything happens. Chrotus. Hey, that's pretty good.
Reverse funny number.
I seriously love that gif. Like that clip. I don't know why. Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey.
All right, Chrotus. You're able to uncover a boon. For the next combat that your party participates in, you all will have a +3 to your attack rolls,
Oh my.
Ooh.
as you are emboldened with courage itself.
Oh goddamn, that's a lot.
So,
That shoots me
Yes.
to a +10.
+3 to attack on all attack rolls for the next combat you're in.
Oh nice.
Hey.
You guys want to go to that tower?
There are no cannibals on account of us eating them all. That's funny.
If you can't beat him, eat him.
I can't beat them, eat them. All right. Let's see if anything wackier and inflatable happens to Calvin. Calvin, you stumble upon what appears to be a large collection of river barges. No doubt one of the many small floating settlements that the riverjacks are made out of, and where a decent amount of the natives of the Ardent live in these collective societies. There's always going to be available mercenaries and those that wish to seek a different life amongst the barges. You could try there.
You're telling me there's a floating city?
Not a
Yeah,
city.
I'm going.
There's more like
Yeah.
I think
like a little
technically
town.
I think technically I would classify them as floating parties, because that's really what the river barges are. But yes, it's kind of like how like gypsies roam together in caravans, and technically that's not a town, but it's their settlement, it's their home. They're just nomadic, but they're water nomads basically. Anyway, pow pam pam.
I'm gonna go talk to them. They seem pretty cool.
All right. You spend the night with the Riverjacks, drinking, playing games, talking up the engine of the Crucible, and as such, make me a persuasion check.
Nice.
Oof.
5.
Unfortunately, Calvin, you were unable to convince any of the Riverjacks to join you, and you wake up the next morning finding that your boots have been sewn to your hands.
Actually,
Not like flesh, but like tied tightly around your hands. Apparently, they didn't like one of your jokes.
Better luck next time.
Classic Riverjacks.
classic.
Classic Riverjack. Well, actually,
Put a pipe on
that would
my
be very
mailbox.
interesting because I don't have my new art yet, but I am wearing jack boots.
Well, now you're wearing jack gloves. Calvin returns to the spire, walking on his hands.
He's got the dex
He's
for it.
walking normally.
Unfortunately, you did not recover anyone during your expedition.
Oh, that's
Because
unfortunate.
somebody was too good for cannibals.
Oh, we'll get him next time. We'll get him next time, pal.
Story didn't like them.
It's
Don't
just
worry,
that's
pal.
so funny. He's like, how about some cannibals? Hard pass. Hard pass. Cannibals,
Say
bro.
Don't worry, pal. I'm sure we'll get
Oh,
them
it's
next
in my
time.
lore.
No, it's funny to me. It's just hard pass, bro. That one, the cannibals, dog. All right.
And the pirate camp party.
Cannibals.
Revelations. Yig's Revelation synergy remains the same, but Axel.
Level 4 stuff.
Oh, you need more time too. Okay. So, both of you do not reveal your revelations at this time, but you have made progress.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Additional weeks might reveal more.
We'll
Penis,
take
penis,
that
penis,
chance.
penis, penis, penis.
Penis, penis, penis.
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 As for Seviroth, as you have spent 2 weeks training in the Blade Works, you feel that if you were to spend more time, you might actually develop a proficiency with the Blade Works tools, granting you the ability to actually smith.
Think we should spend a few more days, a week.
It'll take quite a bit more time, but not. I mean, I'm essentially telling you you're on the right track if you want to learn how to do that.
Okay. And was I able to fashion anything, or would I need to actually be able to use?
You can make
the
wooden
equipment?
horns. That's fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice.
She'll try and make them as close as she can to what she had.
They get 3D printed. Look at you.
Oh.
Wow.
Then, are we getting more weeks, or are we?
Yeah. You're at the stage. You just keep going. I've already told you everything you need to do. It's up to how you want to do it. Honorius's mission is pretty clear. You know what you have to do to that. You can go to the Nexus and search for more missions if you want to do that.
No, I know that. I was asking about like I figured we were like just spending time between waiting for the town hall to be finished, which I assume it's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet, no.
Okay, then.
Or actually, yes, this is the end of that second week, so it's week 3. So yes, it would be finished. Which we're about to do that. We're about to do the results of that. So.
Wonderful.
I mean, I'd like to spend a little bit more time getting my revelation stuff.
But... I mean, you can. You can. This is just. You guys seem to have it in your head that you're going to get denied time. That's really not what's happening here. Like, you have to move time forward in order to build things. And during that time, you get to choose a task that you get to progress to. Like, if you stopped your revelation stuff and did something else, you wouldn't lose all the progress. The only time that happens is if I tell you it'll happen.
Okay.
So, don't worry about it.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I got so much stuff I want to do.
Yeah, well, I feel you. I'm just pointing it out to you.
Pocketbook, just like, what to do today? Side quest. There's a side quest bar.
No, it's more like someone. And he just starts scribbling in his notepad.
It just says, "Who am I?"
Who am I? Where am I?
Here, note it.
No, please.
Nah.
Or
Oh no.
all right, as you have constructed the city hall, it has an upkeep cost of 250 dust.
Okay.
Putting you at 400 dust total.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
It took 1,000 just to build it.
Okay.
It's...
But your population cap now goes to 2,500 at base.
Won't have to worry about that for a while.
Well, town hall stuff has been revealed, but city hall stuff has not. Okay. So, you now get to choose what foundation you want to start with. As you've chosen to build a city hall, and you have a greater spire, you get to automatically start with... actually, you can't afford the higher ones anyway, so I'll just give you your starting one. Let's see, there's shale, granite...
Can we know what the starting ones are?
Well, the starting...
The other stuff.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, if you want to know, but, I mean, they're pretty far out of your reach. So there's shale and granite, which you already have. So you start with... fuck. Oh yeah, city. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, you guys start with marble.
Oh. Fitting.
Marble foundation means you can build 10 medium buildings, 3 large buildings, and 1 unique building. Okay.
Large buildings. Right.
All right, let's see. Okay. Have to unlock these. Alright, and your soul font improves to its standard upgrade from that. And okay, the rest of that looks good. Okay. So with the completion of the City Hall, you have new tasks. You have 3 additional staff members that you can recruit. That is a mayor, that is a captain, and that is a mana seer. So a mayor runs the city, much like your regent runs the spire, the mayor runs the city. And their influence will add traits to the city and your society that you're building up around you. The captain is your captain of the guard. He's your military arm. He's directly in service to the regent, and he handles military matters. And the mana seer is an individual who focuses on the fluctuations of mana and the use of mana in certain structures. They will also add a bonus to mana generation and will add a filter effect to it. So a mana seer is important when handling your big resource, which is mana.
Mm-hmm.
As for your buildings, so your buildings are representative in your city hall. This does not include things like where people live. Those buildings are residential. These are buildings that cause changes to the city. So you have 10 medium buildings, which can be things like additional barracks or production buildings like farm, mills, taverns, brothels, that kind of stuff will all be in the medium. Large buildings are buildings that have a greater effect on the city, such as like an aviary, a dragon's roost, things like that. And then a unique building is there are Taladonic structures as your Taladoni ideology. There are Taladonic structures that you can build that add a huge boon to your city, but you can only have one of them.
Of course.
Obviously.
To be clear, as your spire is a special one, you already have one unique building, which is your engine of crucibles. So you get one additional unique building.
Awesome.
All right.
Good to know. How's about? My ears pricked up here with the recruitment about the mana seer.
Yeah, I think the mana seer is something that we're going to need. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't A10 say that he also had experience as a captain?
Yes, but he can't do both jobs.
Understandable.
I assume that we don't just pick one. We can fill all 3 of the slots.
I would suggest you do so
Okay.
for maximum efficiency.
Maximal efficiency.
Yeah.
So before we decide all of the other buildings, it's probably a good idea to find those guys out.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd say prioritize. I'd say mana seer and mayor, and then see what their cost of salary would be, and see what we have. So make sure that we can afford to get a captain, because we don't have the forces currently. I mean, we got 50 people currently. So once we expand further, the more need for military personnel would be preferable, but definitely want to get the mana seer and the mayor for organization purposes on both fronts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just working on our doc.
Yeah, no, I'm
So,
here for it.
Arcadum, we will look for a mana seer first. You'd like to roll for it.
Hold on, you got some questionnaires to fill out.
Okay.
Okay.
Maniseer is one of your key staff, so what alignment do you want them to be?
Same as before, maybe.
Lawful neutral.
It'd be different from the actual city, so it wouldn't hurt
I
to
would say
Maybe
take a
lawful.
look.
chaotic good.
I'd say.
What's the pros and cons of lawful neutral?
Lawful neutral is much of the same that I've described before, but through the eyes of your Mana Seer, as they deal with larger fluctuations of magic, the Mana Seer will not be using flux energy, as it is naturally chaotic and is unpredictable and uncontrollable. Because of their lawful neutral ability, however, they would be open to using radiant sources as well as order sources and chaos sources, so good and evil.
Okay.
How
But
about
they will not use flux energy.
Okay.
maybe just pure neutral in this case? What would that constitute?
Pure neutral means that you can get a little bit of everything but specialize in nothing.
That's true.
Okay. So what about? I'm still looking at lawful good. If you guys want neutral, I mean,
I think neutral. That way we can get order and like chaos.
and omens. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say neutral then.
I'd say
Or
true
well-
neutral.
Oh, I'm saying lawful neutral.
Oh, lawful neutral.
I
Okay.
thought you were saying
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Well, using lawful means we don't get flux, basically,
Oh.
Yeah.
but we could still, order and chaos.
Pure neutral can do
Considering-
all of that.
Considering we don't have the best of time with flux energy, we'll probably stay away from it. Lawful neutral.
Yeah, lawful neutral.
As
If
you
have
wish.
anything to add.
That's boring, but whatever.
It's boring.
I mean, the only other suggestion I had was going to be like lawful evil, just because they'd be more ambitious, but they'd still like try to keep the order of the laws that we set. So it might be an idea, but lawful neutral is just kind of a little cut and dry without, losing out on a proficient, at least the scaled benefit of, keeping the peace.
Yeah.
Well, it's not too late. We could ask, what does lawful evil entail for a Mana Seer?
They won't use flux energy because it's too unpredictable on their lawful side. Evil specialty, however, means that you get access to the Fel gates, which are the gates that the demons, daemons, and devils are using to enter Conflux by bypassing the dream. So that'll give you the ability to manipulate Fel energy, which does all kinds of different things. It can do anything from granting you additional mana. It can empower troops. It can even be used to fuel weapons of mass destruction.
Ugh.
Ooh.
I'm just looking to min-max mana output.
Well, if lawful evil gets that, what does lawful good get?
So lawful good gets to use the Elisic gates, which are the few places where angels and all of the celestials are able to access the conflux throughout the dream. More specifically, though, it will grant you the ability to harness starlight and astral energy.
Oh.
This kind of sound dope.
Yeah.
I want to change
And if
my
he's
vote.
lawful, he'll still be a burden to the flux. So that actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So lawful good or lawful evil or neutral?
I want to say
I mean,
good
I'm
now.
I'm leaning away from evil now. I'm thinking good.
I'm thinking good.
Yeah.
If you guys think.
So be it.
Wait, hang on. What's Siege's thoughts on this? I want to hear
Yeah.
his thoughts too.
I would want neutral, but I also would have wanted to know about chaotic evil.
Yeah, well,
So chaotic
that-
evil would gain access to the Fel gates and all that, but chaos means that you would abscond, or basically push away the ordered magics of the Taladoni and other such ideologies, and instead fully embrace the power of the flux, meaning that you could specialize in wild magic and gain untold amounts of mana very quickly, and with the small cost of, storms.
yeah, that doesn't sound great since we're already if we're trying to recruit people, that's not a great thing to have on our repertoire.
I'm trying to get rid of the storm, so doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be at all helpful.
I think it sounds like we're all at least lawful.
Lawful good.
Yeah.
Excuse
lawful
me.
good sounds well for me.
Sounds like lawful good.
Yeah.
I assume that chaotic good is the same thing, but in the opposite direction.
Pretty much.
All right.
All right. Awful good. Hold on, I have to make some adjustments here. Oh, also my food's here. Be right back.
Awesome.
All right.
Alright.
Tell the pizza guy I said hi.
Terrifying for the whole city. God, no.
You always got to find that one good pizza guy.
Yeah. You be
Back when I
friends
used-
for life.
Back when I
Aw.
used to work the night shift, there was a pizza guy that I would call. Like they would close like
Oh.
right as my shift ended, and I would like call him before my shift was over and be like, "Hey man, I'm gonna order. Will you still be open?" He's like, "Bro, I'm gonna be here for an hour afterward. You put that order in before we're technically closed, and I'll let you in."
Awesome.
Based.
He's the coolest, and he moved
cool
stores,
guy.
but he's still in my city. So I was like, I can still go get the good pizza from the guy who always gives me the special. So, I mean,
That's good shit.
you gotta find the right ones.
Nice.
May I suggest if we do get to a military advisor, we should put this as a note. Peasants conscript army. As we're going to be a large city, we'll eventually have a large amount of people. And we have a machine that can make very mundane swords and weapons for cheap.
Conscripts.
Conscript army, guys.
I'll be
Peasants revolution.
I'll be honest.
Oh, but
Axel would not be for that.
Oh, bummers.
We don't technically need to. A10, he's militaristic, so it's going to be strongly encouraged that you serve.
No,
Not-
he isn't.
No, he's not.
Isn't that the whole
militaristic.
thing of?
No, he's
Oh,
courageous.
courageous.
He's courageous.
Oh, yeah,
We didn't go with militaristic, and also he's not going to be the captain. So
Oh, he's only he rank above the captain, so.
right, he
Well,
would be
but the
the
captain
one
would
like
deal directly with the army. They would have like sole control. The Regent would mostly be in control of the spire, though. That's different.
Apologies in being a dumb
Kind of
bitch.
gets things around, and will work with the other advisors.
Like we're
Get
gonna have a
shit done.
council. Don't worry.
Not council of councilism.
My only issue is right now we need to also figure out how to generate dust.
Yeah, that's also a big thing. But also, like, he did say that once we get things moving in, acquiring things like that will be
Mhm.
easier, or at least it should be easier.
Yeah.
And then
We're
we'll just
currently at-
decide where we're going to.
We're currently at 2,000 dust, and we have a current upkeep of 400 dust. So
I mean,
There's
like we said,
600
we just
dust left.
we
Ish.
got
so,
and we got
so
2
depending
weeks.
on how much they're going to cost, we have at least a month set aside for them. I'd say if we can do it for the cost that we could do it for at least 2 months, then we should definitely start making use of that nexus.
Well, I know our upkeep's about to jump for each of these people we hire, so we need to get we definitely
You get some taxes.
well no, so we need some form of dust generation at least.
You need a way to get people too.
Well, people will just naturally be coming over when they start hearing about the town, city, I should say.
I guess that's true.
Plus, we get a brothel, people will naturally be coming anyway.
Oh my god.
I was wondering when you were going to say that.
I was holding on to it for a while. I've got something worse and I'm going to hold on to.
I mean, at least you're holding on to it.
At the very least, if we need to consult about budget, A10 would definitely be good since he was the treasurer of his monastery. Maybe not such a large scale, but still nonetheless a treasurer.
That's why I asked how much he dealt with beforehand. During our interview.
Yep. From what we heard from him, he has some experience, but he's not going to back down from the opportunity to.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
All right. So the next thing, chosen a lawful good mana seer. Let's see here. That's not available anymore, so... Okay,
Man.
now you get to choose a trait for the Mana Seer for its magic. You get 3 choices. There is Artificer, Channeler, and Signifier. Artificer is an individual who uses mana and puts them into items using devices and things like that. A channeler is someone who channels the mana directly from the ley line and uses themselves as a conduit. And a signifier is a individual that uses mana and inscribes them into symbols, glyphs, sigils, and things like that.
Would the signifier, would that be like similar to the Taladonic blessing we got?
Somewhat, but no, it's different. It's pretty different, but
Artificer, Channeler,
I like the channeler.
Yes, living time bomb.
I wasn't paying attention
Yes.
all that much. What was the... Sorry.
I'll go over it again. An artificer is an individual who uses that uses mana and infuses them into items and devices. A channeler is someone who channels mana directly from the ley line and uses themselves as a conduit. A signifier is someone who uses mana and puts them into symbols, sigils, glyphs, and things like that.
I think Artificer sounds good.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Artificer.
Probably will be
Soul.
the safest bet.
And
Let's do that one.
yeah, Artificer is probably the safest bet.
Look, glyphs would be cool.
No objections.
So-
I'm
objections.
fine with it.
Locking that in.
Yep, Artificer it is.
Yep.
All right. Man,
Yeah.
when you said you wanted lawful good,
Did we get a Paladin?
Did we get a nerd?
No. No. Is he a Paladin? No.
A battered and bruised Americar walks in.
Oh my god.
Oh dear lord.
Who is
No.
this person?
Next.
Duh.
That's where it is.
all right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds like we're getting something good, boys.
He's on a reverse furry.
I think you guys are gonna like this.
Is it a mushroom?
Now I hope it is.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Bro.
Horseradish isn't an instrument either.
Bruh. I just gained a level of exhaustion.
Has migraine.
Okay, click that, click this, click that, eat that, ask that. Okay, okay. Boom, boom, bam, bam. All right. The Regent would like to present an individual that he has found to fulfill the Manaseer slot. My lords, I think I have found an individual for the request that you have given me. I should warn you, he is a bit empty. But I do believe that they possess the skills that we require.
Well, let's.
May I introduce Anvil Head?
Okay.
Yo. Yo.
Yo.
All right, Wakatanta will approach the council.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
That's sick.
It's pretty cool, though.
I like it.
All right.
What do they call it?
Hold
hello,
on.
welcome to our
Hold on.
council.
I'm adjusting.
Okay.
All right. The creature will walk in, and it is staring straight up.
Like straight up, not anything.
Straight up. It's not even looking at you. It just walks in, looking straight up.
I'm looking at him, waiting for his presentation.
What takes your focus, friend?
The creature will panic. Ah! This one's designation did not see you there. Hello? Updating greeting. Sup?
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure detected. Panicking.
Greetings.
Updating etiquette. Initiating bow. Alright, the creature will bow and then will face plant into the ground. And then he will stand up slowly. And then the Wakatanta will grasp at its chest and salute.
At what?
At you guys.
Oh.
I
Eddie.
return the salute.
Greetings.
I'll try my best to
I
return.
believe A10 referred to you as Anvil Head. Is that correct?
Correct. This one's designation is Anvil Head.
Ah,
The first
the first.
of its kind.
Okay.
More of you.
This one is known as a Wakatanta. This one was informed that you require a mana expert.
Correct.
Something you need.
This one will scream into the mana for you.
Okay.
Screaming.
Calvin is just sitting there dumbfounded. No idea what to say.
Yuga's taking this as seriously as he can.
What do you specialize in, Anvil Head?
Screaming into the mana.
Well, you know that.
Okay, Mr. Anvil Head, what does screaming into the mana actually do?
It makes a loud noise.
It's not wrong.
Calvin's
Okay,
losing
so-
it right now on the fucking bench.
Okay, so
Sorry.
what's bringing you here?
This one is filled with a deep need to know.
Ah, so a scholar.
This one must find the secret.
The
Can
secret.
you inform me on the secret?
Negative, it is a secret.
That makes sense.
Calvin has piqued at the interest here. Can you give us a little bit of a hint on what you're looking for as the secret?
Negative, this one does not know what it is. It is a secret.
Ah,
It's a secret to you.
Is it a secret with like the way that the mana works or something?
Possibly, this one does not know, as it is a secret.
How will you know you found it if it's a secret?
Error, error. Logical quandary, overloading, correcting with etiquette. The creature will shrug.
I see.
Fair enough.
Where are
What
you
trying
from?
to say there?
Is it
Anvil
fair
Head?
enough?
What? You all spoke at the same time, he has no
I
idea.
know. Well,
Trying to
alright,
Yeah, I was waiting for you guys.
well, Axel will ask. So, where do you hail from, Anvil Head?
Anvilhead will turn around and point 3 feet from where he came.
I.
This one's trajectory was then hunts to the east. Error, west.
West. Okay. What did this place look like?
Tall.
Should have been more specific. I mean, where you will. Let's say
Where were
first
you
awoken.
made?
Yes.
Anvilhead, this one's designation was given by the Wakatanta shaman.
Alright.
Shaman.
You think you could give us more information on that shaman?
Yes.
Then do it.
The shaman was kind.
That's good.
Anything important?
Error. Inquiry designation misunderstood. Define important.
I was going to define important.
What a great question.
Damn.
If you guys are done having a little bit of fun here, what qualifications do you have for the job? Sort of looking for.
Preparing demonstration.
This ought to be good.
Immediately take 10 feet back.
So she covers her, prepares to. cover her
Anvilhead will
ears.
turn its head straight up and will begin to scream.
I'll stare directly into it, unfearing.
The spire begins to surge with mana as mana from the ley line begins to follow the screams of Anvilhead and focuses into his hands. He will then look down at it, surprised as if it's there. Ah! Demonstration complete.
Oh. So he wasn't kidding about the screaming.
Error, mana unstable. What to do? Give direction.
Put it in something.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Can you return it
6,
to
5,
the ley line?
4,
Put it back.
3, 2, request
drop it.
accepted. And he will just let it drop on the ground and it'll sizzle away.
Alright then.
I don't think this one's gonna be good for us, guys. He's a good character, but I'm gonna be alright.
I don't think he's. He's not bad, honestly. From what he's shown, his skills are what he says they are.
He's definitely capable.
Yes, he's capable. He's
He
definitely.
just needs to...
Compliment detected. Initiating discoloration of cheek metal.
He's unique, that's for sure.
Does he blush?
It seems if he's given proper...
He doesn't blush. Little brushes come out and paint his metal red.
My metal's already painted red. I can't blush back.
Well then, Anvilhead, what sort of salary are you looking for?
Error.
No.
Error. Inquiry not understood. What is salary?
What's your pay?
Calvin will peek up at this.
100,000
All right.
100?
Mm-hmm.
1,000? Do you accept pay?
Yes. Please. This one is poor.
God damn.
How about
Oh, hold on, my dad's calling me.
Uh-oh.
Dad Kate him. Holy shit.
It's Dad Cato?
Tell him I said hi.
Group time.
I thought he was
Group
called
meeting.
Arcade Dad.
Arcade Dad. Yeah, that doesn't really
Get
roll off the
everything.
tongue all that well.
Calvin gets everyone together and go, "You guys are seriously thinking about them, aren't you?"
You will
Listen.
not.
I am.
Oh,
Understand
stranger
this.
people.
You're all fucking
You're looking for
crazy.
people who are
I
good
fucking
at
love
the
you all.
job.
Even if he may be a bit unorthodox, if he can do what he says he can, and we've seen that he can,
I'm
if we
back.
give him proper direction, we won't have to worry too much about the screaming interfering with anything. He's shown he can produce. Let's see if
That's
he can
right.
put it to use.
Also, since he doesn't seem so confident in what he gets paid, how about $50?
You say 70.
I mean, it's
And we'll
25. Why would you raise the price? You...
He looks at him.
He's going to be working with something important.
Chrotus, you have any objections for hiring Mr. Anvilhead?
No, not that I can think of. It's a fair price. He hasn't been exactly forthcoming about what he requires. I think I'm okay with him.
Idle animation active.
Does he just
I
start
s-
T-posing?
He just starts wiggling.
He'll look at
Please tell me he's
Sashiv.
not flossing.
No, that's my idle animation.
Sashiv will
Anvil
look
head.
at
Anvil head. Me lad.
Listen,
Can you tell
Say
me,
something.
is there anything that you need to perform your tasks effectively?
Space, mana, time, family,
Oh, family?
Need family?
enacting sympathy protocol.
Fucking kidding me, guys. He's a fucking robot.
What is that? I mean, this is the first time I've ever encountered anything like this.
Also, what's a robot?
Secret.
He's a fucking founder. I don't even know what the fuck this thing is, and you guys are genuinely considering putting him on
I'm
our
looking for
fucking
someone
team.
good at their job.
Then we could find somebody else, maybe.
Look, he
Competency
is,
level demonstrated.
he is able to do his job. And besides, I'd rather not spend more time searching for another one when we can get them working right away.
There's absolutely no point in trying to decline him.
Okay,
Agreed.
but I'll also go then, we'll go 50 dust per month as a payment.
Right.
Do you have any objections to this, Mr. Anvilhead? You'll be provided the facilities that you require to do your work, the space that you require, and you will be given, and of course you will be given the space to live here, along with the salary. And if you can produce results, then we could even potentially
Clarification:
raise the
Anvilhead will have home.
Yes.
This would be your new home. And we would be part. You would be part of our family then.
Initializing character development. The creature will then lean back, open its arms, and jeb.
He's jabbing.
Parameters accepted.
Would it be better? Would it be polite to jeb back? What's the?
If you wanted to, you could.
Calvin's gonna walk away and take what is known as a smoke break.
Okay.
We lost my joint, bro.
Can we make more?
Parameters accepted.
Wonderful.
Commencing
Agent.
work.
Right.
All right.
Agent, if you would, show him to the facilities and give him a once-over of everything that he has access to.
Follow me. Initializing conduation, initializing mana sensing, initializing work. And then he will jet boost off the side.
Whoa.
Oh.
He's got jets.
Yeah, his backpack's got jets.
Can I have jets?
Nope, because you're not a robot. Deal with it, nerd.
Can I be a robot?
Nice flesh, idiot. Okay.
You'd be a backpack.
All right, you
here
guys
with
got your
distractions,
menace here. God.
I need a second. I'm being called downstairs. Sorry.
It's all good.
I think we unless he has a particular salary, I think we agreed on 50 dust.
We said it out loud, and he accepted it.
He did.
Yep.
He accepted 50 dust.
He wanted a home, he wanted a place to work, and he wanted money.
He just
didn't
wanted-
ask-
He just wanted somebody to love.
We paid him too much, man. We should have done 25.
And I see.
I don't think he has much of an upkeep. He is a robot. I mean, he is a Wakatanta, whatever that is.
You know what that is. We learned that from the index.
Oh, that's right. We do know what that is.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
but I kept getting cut off. I was like, you know what a Wakatanta is, you just don't know what a robot is. You know what a mechanical person is.
I don't think that was one of the races you guys learned from the index.
Yeah, it was.
No, we learned of all 5 of them.
Yeah, but that wasn't a part of the list.
It wasn't?
Was it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
I don't think it was. I think I brought it up, and then Arcadum pointed out it was. How would I know that?
Yeah, it was the Vidarn, Talana.
Correct.
Skari.
The Wakatanta
Yeah.
were not part of it, but now you know what they are because he just saw one. Look at him.
Fair enough.
Are they all crazy? Who
No,
knows?
is it?
I will say I'm a bit inclined
Alright,
wanting to reach out to this Wakatanta druid?
Gelman, he said.
Shaman. Could prove a valuable ally. Potentially.
We were already on a hunt for a druid that we didn't find.
Oh, you were?
Altsterach. He was associated with something we were dealing with when we escaped the prison, but that was a long while ago.
I see.
I'm keeping it in mind, though. It may be something useful.
Alvin will return to the conversation and go, what are we talking about, the fucking pastor below again? I wonder how he's doing.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Do you want me to cast sending to him, Calvin?
Please do not cast sending to the master below. Also, we didn't see him.
Actually, we did.
You
see
saw
him.
his
Also,
head.
What did I miss? What's going on?
Dude, we can contact Mr. Goodfields.
You could try.
We can get drugs again. Wait, how much is it to build a trash gate?
Let's bring it. Let's bring him here. I want Mr. Goodfields.
Over the table, we are running low on time. We should probably get going and get in the mayor and figure out what we'll do next.
Don't.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm almost running a little bit longer.
Same.
I mean, I got shit to do, so I can't go
Oh.
long. But
Alright, then,
we got time to worry
yeah.
about. What else? What do we do?
the next thing on our list was we were gonna try to enlist a mayor.
Well, I thought it was a captain.
No, mayor was
No, we're
next.
doing
Captain
mayor.
was
We're gonna
last.
skip the captain.
Oh, yeah.
We were going to
Really
see
get more money.
see cost and benefit first, and then captain was going to be last because if anything, we could also potentially have one trained. But we want to see what the other we got this guy. We got the first 2 guys for cheap. We don't know how much a mayor is going to cost.
Yeah.
So
Man.
mayor first.
Anvil head is so sick.
I love Anvil Head.
I get major big tree vibes from him,
Yeah.
or big pipe, I guess.
With a big iron on his hip. A big iron on his
Big
hip.
pipe vibes.
Yeah, did you watch Shattered
That's-
Crowns?
I watched a little bit of it.
No, I
Not
didn't.
enough to know who that is, though.
All right. Sorry, cleaning off my desk. I'm a dirty
Are
All
boy.
good.
I was like, that was a very interesting sound.
I'm a dirty boy.
Hold on.
Okay, I believe you. Rock your body in time. Oh-wee-oh, tailspin. Oh-wee-oh, tailspin. Hop a skibbit hip da hop dip hip nop snip hop hip a hip hip.
Bro, I can't believe it. I love Birds, the movie.
Okay, you guys want a mayor?
Yeah, boy.
What alignment do you want the mayor to be?
Chaotic good.
What
What'd
does
that
I
entail?
want to do lawful neutral again. I want to get some spice up in here.
I guess.
I mean, these alignments are the same as for the Regent.
Alright. Well, I mean,
So to speak, for like the town and stuff.
Yeah. What kind of people you're gonna attract? You know.
yeah, but I feel like Chaos is a little...
Okay, well, we
never asked about chaotic good. So what would a chaotic good for the region? We never asked about that. What would that entail for personality?
So chaotic good for the town or city, excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
chaotic good is going to be so the embeds of chaos means that you're going to get lots of different cultures, lots of different mixing, but the society will be more unstable. And the good part means that you'll have a lot of more compassionately minded people, but things are going to get a little bit more argumentative, and bias is going to be more easily enacted. So
what about neutral good then?
neutral good is kind of like the median between chaotic good and lawful good in that regard.
I think we should go
Resident sleeper.
or neutral good. I'm good for going on that chart.
I'm honestly thinking chaotic good because we want the town to have a variety of people. Because I think the overall goal we want this town is it's meant to be a safe haven for everybody.
Yeah, but I mean,
Despite the
neutral
issues that
gets
may-
both of that, so...
I want a little bit of spice in my life. Our town
think
needs to be a little less boring.
I'm
It's
kind of
supposed
on
to tie in
Calvin's
then.
side, but not for the same reason.
I think that's yeah.
Can I hear your
Elaborate?
reasoning, or...
More of what Sol was saying. It's like if we bring in more variety, then it's probably more beneficial. And if they're more compassionate, then if they're working towards a goal as a community, then it would probably
That would get it
kind
done.
of balance out a bit more of the chaos. And while there would be a chance of more fights breaking out, it would be less of them escalating.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I mean, that makes sense to me.
So I'd say chaotic good may be a good choice since everything we've done now is for order. If we set the order, then the mayor can just kind of dictate it along with branching out.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we got the order set fine, right?
Yeah, that was with the regent.
Yeah, so then I don't see any harm in chaotic good.
Chrotus, what is your opinion?
I figured let's go with a party on this one.
All right, chaotic good then, boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like kicking ass and taking names.
What trait would you like the mayor to have?
Do we have options this time, or is it just one word?
Nope, it's the same one that you did for the Regent.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I will reply with opportunistic again, as that was the one that I missed.
I'm looking for new words.
I'm thinking.
Ambitious could be good.
I'm thinking something along the lines of like industrial, but not exactly. Wouldn't that be? Wouldn't be a word?
I brought the suggestion of innovative.
Yeah, which is
Judius could also be good.
what does that mean?
He could be someone who just. I actually don't know the actual terminology. I have to look that up.
Judicious.
Judicious, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Oh, so that's the word I was thinking. I mean, it sounds. Google.
I think
Just full of... Sorry.
I generally think something like industrious.
Judicious is having shows or done with good judgment and sense. So he thinks things through.
I mean, that sound.
I vote bloodthirsty.
Maybe for the captain, but not this.
What about violent?
I see you've chosen violence.
No,
Yes.
I think judicious would be a good one as well.
Yeah, I'm on judicious.
What was the other one you were saying? Soul industrious?
Yeah, industrious.
That would make
Fine, but-
things more efficient.
Yeah, that
I
might
mean,
also
we've
sounds
already
like a good
focused
idea.
on that, right?
Well, what I mostly want the mayor to do is I want the mayor to collect taxes when we have the ability to collect taxes.
True.
Is there anything that we can give him that will do that? Judicious would probably help with that.
Yeah.
How much taxes you looking for? Because a ruthless mayor would do that.
Ruthless. I was thinking about bringing that up with the Regent.
He's violent.
Honestly, judicious or industrious, in my opinion.
I guess in just that regard, if we had judicious, then he would try to make the best decisions with what we have available, so he can put that into industry or put it into gathering funds to manage upkeep, whatever seems like something that would be most beneficial to a society as a whole, rather than a one-sided thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Finger
think,
snaps.
kind of think judicious still works a little bit better. Industrious is definitely more core focused, but this one's more well-rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to leave all of our eggs in one basket. That's
think-
like fun.
Lol. Get out of the
Uh,
basket, egg. It's not Easter yet.
I want to stay in here. It's my home now.
So from the sounds of it, no one has any issues with judicious then.
I'm good
Yeah,
with
let's go with
judicious.
Yeah.
Judicious it is.
Select your character.
Goes to the character screen, hovers over Anvil head, he just screams.
Actually, no, it's like fucking. It's like Smash Bros. Where it's like you select them and then the Wii remote goes.
God.
Anvil head. Wii remote.
As a guard as he holds his head forward.
Actually, they had to roll this time.
He's like the Regent, but smaller.
Why do they only want to exploit my people?
Like the Reach.
He's like the Reg.
Attended by those suffering. To cause more suffering. Is he vomiting?
Don't say anything,
Those are
Silver.
awful
Don't say
sounds,
anything.
dude.
If it's not, so help me God.
You right? No, he's just playing.
Nice
It's
one.
just making it for noise, dude.
Is this
Those
for
are
noise or
like
is this
that.
an actual character showing up?
He's just vomiting up the staircase. You're going to
I
clean
went
that
down the
up.
stairs.
Anyone prepare precedent? Whatever the fuck it is.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
We lost our power washer.
Restitution.
No, we can get that. We have room for brothels.
Oh, true.
You'll get your wish.
You'll get it. Don't worry.
Make a Taladoni
kind of,
themed Taladon.
What kind of buildings do we want in the old town Aruni?
Well, if you look up in the build options, I put some of there that he named off of, like the barracks, farm, mill, tavern, brothel, aviary, dragon roost, and what their size is.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm the dragon roost thing. That sounds.
Well, we can
Do you remember we
eliminate
can-
first the barracks.
Well, we already have a barracks, but we can build more.
Calvin
for more.
will demand that we have a tavern.
Yeah, we should probably.
And if you do not get one, he will leave the party.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
mean,
we're gonna get one for sure,
Yeah.
but
Aren't we gonna
Just-
need, like, multiple
I think-
Chrotus-
Look,
Yeah.
right now, after we hire these people, I think the best thing is probably getting some form of dust generation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is a tavern. Just one of those.
and Chrotus, is there gonna be 2 brothels or one for is a male and female brothel?
Well, depends. We could just see a
Mixed
large
gender,
brothel.
bro. We welcome everybody.
No, we
in
have
our
to. They have
friendly
to have their.
society.
They have to have their own names. There's the Ardent Regions, and then there's the Taladoni.
My God.
What's Taladon gonna think of this when he comes back with the milk?
They both also have the ability to teach you a spell. It's make it rain semen on the ceiling.
What?
Okay.
Well, we just lost the PG-13 status.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Did we have it? I thought Chrotus already took that away.
Did we
No,
have it in the
Chrotus,
first
Chrotus
place?
existing probably took that away. We never had it in the first
Well,
place.
Axel just learned we lost it.
Oh.
I
Well,
want to be a
well,
family-friendly
Party
city. Fuck that. I want to get paid.
2 brothels walked into a pub. What does that even mean?
2 brothels walk into a bar. One says, "Hey, hey, good looking."
Oh God.
May I suggest a library?
That's actually a good idea.
That'd be more than a good idea.
Yeah.
It would be a good idea, but it also may be frivolous spending at our current moment.
Yeah, like I said, we need some good forms of dust generation.
All right.
Other than us just killing people.
A10 approaches. My lords, I think I have found the perfect fit for what you requested to be the mayor of our new city. Might I present to you
Calvinism.
Galdo Tudre. Greetings and salutations, my friends. I am understanding that you require someone to run your city, yes?
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That is what we need.
As it just so happens, I am quite experienced in the running of settlements and cities.
Can you list off any past experience you have?
Well, I've ran 3 villages, and indeed, I also captained a ship at one point.
So you're a captain too.
Where'd you sail then?
Oh, I sailed the eastern coast of Conflux.
What are the waters like?
Choppy. And, well, he'll kind of look around. Not so lucrative.
Well, fair enough.
Killed them all.
You seem like a wise man of experience. Do you think you'd be able to manage? This is actually, well, if you can't tell, this is our first time running a city. But we would much appreciate any guidance we could get from you.
Of course. I am here to provide what aid I can. And get paid.
Speaking of that, how much were you hoping to be paid?
Oh, just a paltry sum of 150 dust.
That can be arranged.
So, Galdo, I guess tell us a bit more about yourself. Like, how did running the previous settlements you've run
Well,
go?
I can tell you that I was quite successful in getting them started. However, there always seems to be a bit of bad luck, you see. Whether it's a flux storm or a roaming band of cannibals, each of my attempts have failed, unfortunately. But I have a good feeling about this one.
That's tragic to hear.
Do you know how to prevent that?
Of course!
Obviously, he's been gaining experience. So.
Well, with the stasis provided by the spire, we shouldn't have too much trouble with flux storms, and with the trade route that we also recently acquired, we should have a better scope of how those flux storms operate. So that's out of the way. If we're able to organize things properly and arrange a military force, we should also be safe from cannibals, but defending the spire comes above all.
And in case worse were to come, how good is your combat experience?
Before
He just laughs.
before he answers that
Can I marshal
question,
that? Or...
I want
Go ahead, Calvin.
before he answers that question, I want to insight check to see if he's lying about how he handled his towns,
Sure, insight.
settlements. 9.
Seems like he's telling the truth. Yig. That man, that spear is for show.
I will. He can't see it, but I'm scowling at him.
Man.
His nail is soft, and his powers are bitch made.
I'll look at Sashiv. I'll whisper, and I'll be like,
He doesn't have it.
We're
What's
relying on him to keep the peace. He doesn't necessarily need to be combat ready, but he can be trained like any other man.
I guess.
At the very least, he becomes the meat shield.
What would you guys say, Mr. Galdo?
Yes, of course.
What would you say is your specialization as a mayor? You look more at improving.
Of course. My specialty, well, I must say, is the people. A happy people is a productive town.
It's got me attention. How do you make the people happy?
Alcohol, my friend. Games, distractions, brothels.
Yeah.
Anything more productive?
The happier a person is, the more productive they are.
To a certain extent, I'd say. They can't lose their way. So, if you have to put a heavy hand down to make sure that the people are staying in line, are you able to do it?
Of course I am. I have a spear.
I'll just glance at it, be greatly disappointed, and look back at him.
Uh-huh.
I have taken note that our spire and city is somewhat located on the coast. You mentioned before that you worked on a ship, although not very successful.
Oh no! The shipping was quite successful. I simply grew distasteful of the lifestyle.
Oh. Now, speaking of that, do you still have any potential contacts if we were to create
None that are alive.
What happened to them?
Oh, probably died.
Let me tell you this, Yig. I know a couple of guys from the Chang clan way back, and he seems like somebody that'd be part of them. I think Aten Outen, if you don't mind me asking you a question.
Yes?
Would you be able to be cooperating with this lad to see if you both could put your minds together to get the best of both worlds out of our people, where we can have their enjoyment in games and fun, but also make sure that the finances are all sticking together?
I believe I can work with this man. I think he has quite the ability to read a person's wants and desires. I saw it demonstrated.
What are you thinking, lads? And lassies.
But he's had some experience. What was that you...
I think we should put him in training.
Oh, we should teach him how to use that spear. That's what he's saying.
Would it
Jesus.
be too late to incite a particular piece of information he said?
What's that?
About how his ship life went. How successful that was.
Sure.
16.
You think you're missing something, but he hasn't lied to you.
He hasn't lied, but he's definitely not telling the whole truth. It's being very pointed with his answers.
Everyone has their secrets.
I look at the spear. Again, get disappointed.
In this case, if he's capable in managing people, which is what we're hiring a mayor for in the first place, anything that's offset, we can always find a way to incorporate it later. I think that for now, with the capabilities that he has and what we've been told so far, he has what it takes to get things up and running, which is what we're trying to do in the first place. We can always adjust later. But I think he can also learn while on the job.
I believe so as well.
He'll be learning on the job. Should we start him out with a beginner's pay, I guess we could say.
He set
Raise
his
his-
price.
You
It's
understandable.
50.
Yes,
If he's going to charge the same amount as Satan, I don't think that's unreasonable with how little Anvil had requested.
Yes.
I think
As you say that,
acceptable.
Goldo will look at Aiton and raise a single eyebrow. Aiton does not return it. And then he will continue listening.
Goldo,
Yes?
how willing are you to be put in little combat training?
Oh, if I must, but I detest combat. Ugh.
Well, I say just to keep you ready.
I suppose knowing how to defend myself wouldn't be so bad.
He will nod at this, a little more accepting of him. Still looks at the. Still looks a little bit
Spear and disappointed. Jesus Christ.
Spear.
This goes limp.
Yeah.
I see
Yig
no
cringes, but
issues.
no one can see it.
Yig dies of cringe, falls over.
His skin flips inside out.
It's happening
Yeah,
again.
Not again. Any
I
other?
see no
Does anyone else
issue.
have any questions for him?
Well, I've got everything
So
I
Goldo,
need.
out of curiosity, this ship. How'd you come by the ship? Was it something you inherited, or was it by the way of piracy?
I suppose you could say I inherited it.
Willingly, or did they sort of pass away and just left it because they didn't really get an option?
Galdo will look uncomfortable at this line of questioning. Is it truly relevant?
No, but sometimes
Look,
I was
lad.
interested to see how people squirm. You're a people person, you should know how that does.
Look, lad, we're not the police around here. We're not some sort of guards that are gonna take you away if we find out that you're a pirate.
I was not a pirate. he will say with firm and hardness in his voice.
All the convincing I need.
Alvin will raise an eyebrow. You weren't a pirate. What were you doing on those ships?
The man will look very uncomfortable, but will eventually answer. I was a slave, if you must know.
Oh. Sorry to hear that.
This perks his ears tingling with justice.
Justice.
I'll tell
Justice
you right
tingle.
now. We don't. Here we don't. Obviously, we don't condone that kind of thing. I had my run-in with slavers, and they took everything I had from both me and my fallen friends. We will not tolerate their presence here.
The man will not say anything in response, but you will see that he seems to relax a bit.
We're looking to make a place that's very open and protected from the dangers of the outside. From the cannibals that roam, to the various slave traders, and the flux storm even itself. This great spire that we're in has a nice magical barrier that protects us all. And keeps the place stable and free from flux storms. It seems that you're a man that has ability that you can help us. And I think if you have the same idea that you do want to build a community that helps those that want to be in a life of, living in their own and not worry about the dangers of the real world, I think we could put you on board.
I offer my hand to him.
He will shake it. I am happy to have service, or to provide service. If you must know, my escape was difficult.
It must have been.
The settlements that I ran were those that I escaped with before we were hunted down by those we escaped. It is why I have traveled so far towards the north, in the hopes that I might get away from them.
We'll make sure that none of it ever happens. Especially not here.
Yes. You're under our protection. More importantly, Taladoni's protection.
We'll perk up at Axel saying this.
Galdo will look a little uncomfortable at that, but will simply give a nod. I'm ready to get started.
Of course.
Aiton, if you would, show him to his facilities.
Of course, my lords. With me, Galdo. Alright, you guys got your mare.
I'll look up a little less disappointed, more accepting.
Nice once he stop being so overtly friendly.
So we're up to 600 dust a month.
Once they're gone, Axel will scoff and say, "Think there's slavery even here." It's just one of the horrible truths of the world.
It's human cruelty. It's something we have in spades.
Well, it's not just humans.
It's lawlessness. When you have no control over your own lives, others like to take control of it for you.
It's not,
Thinking
even,
about
Amen to that.
it's not even about lawfulness. In some places, it's legal. But it's just a horrible moral act.
Well,
Man.
I think we found
I would
someone
like
capable
to say,
of it.
Axel, before we move on forward though, and I would like to say to the rest of the party as well, we should probably keep our interactions between telling others that we work for the Taladoni or that we're working with Honarius away from the other more common folk.
Yeah.
It's a more need-to-know basis.
We don't need to use titles in order to gain influence. They're working with us. That's all they need to know.
I
After all, we
understand
pay
that,
them.
but we can't just.
Mhm.
If they're going to be, our figureheads, effectively, they need to know. At least I think A10 and Galdo. Maybe not.
Satan literally has a demon attached to him. I don't know why you can speculate on this.
What?
Alvin will perk up at that too.
What do you mean?
You never seen him? His arm?
Well, that just doesn't
What he
necessarily mean
said?
it's... Look, I mean tieflings thing, but well, obviously he's not one, but... Well, maybe there's
There's even less
potential.
black stuff on his soul.
Maybe it's not by choice.
Well, regardless, it's a strange attachment.
And
Hence
people
why
just
I
can't
think
help
we
it.
should. Hence why I think we should probably keep a more of a low profile than we already are.
Alrighty.
Fair point taken.
Well, that seems like a good place to call it right there. We're at 2 hours 50.
Hey, you want to go to 3 hours real quick? Hold on.
What?
Oh,
You want to go to 3 hours real quick?
well, we're going to do the whole art thing, and then that'll make it 3 hours. So,
Clap.
Fair enough.
clappers. Good session. That was fun.
Nice session.
Yeah.
Vote on your favorite character in the comments section right now.
Oh my
Otherwise known
god.
as the chat.
Well, I actually do have something I don't think I posted that I want to post.
Oh,
Is
go
it
ahead.
Metal Sonic?
No, not Metal Sonic.
Is it Metal Sonic?
It's not Metal Sonic this time. Kind of.
Is it Shadow going to the Drimbo realm?
Not yet. Not yet.
Got it.
That's
going to be my desktop background when you fucking make that too. Sorry, Shadow, I'm gonna have to send it to the Jimbo realm. No,
Not here.
not
Not here.
He does the anime grunt.
He does that in the game. It's funny.
All right, we got some memes.
I love memes.
What does
Okay.
this even mean, Ig?
Okay.
What?
Meanwhile, in the cannibal encampment, guys, I know what it looks like.
Man.
Yeah, this is basically
My
Yig.
child. He dies of cringe. Just like,
Goodness.
physically
that.
dies. Like his skin actually just.
Are
flips
you
instantly.
posting art?
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll for it. I'm trying to find it. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank those subs. I'll be there in a second.
Oh,
Still
okay.
pretty tagged.
All
I
right.
made a sales pitch, and apparently it worked.
All right, let's go
Nice.
back, see if there's any subs to thank. Let's see. 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours ago. Chaz Lupin, thanks for the 8 months. Zen Master, thanks for the gifted sub. Demon Lord, thanks for the resubscription at 6 months. Frosty, thanks for the... You know what? No. You need to stop. Stop gifting that many subs. You've given way too much as it is. But thank you, either case, for the 100 gifted subs. Jesus Christ.
Thank you guys.
Foxy, thanks for the 11 months.
Brought to you by Milton.
TM Guy, thanks for the 12 months. Ooh, that's a year. Nice. Zen Master, thanks for the gifted sub. Killer Knight 007, thanks for the raid. And SilverSiege, thanks for the 10 gifted subs. Nice.
Nice.
Let's see, that puts our subtotal at 3,838 subs.
Oh wow.
Sweet Jesus, that's a lot of damage.
Actually, hold on.
That's actually a lot.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So as a quick reminder for everybody that's listening, we do have some sub goals that are still active. At 5,000 subs, we will do a Euro Trucker stream where I will speak in my natural accent because Chomp is weird. And then at 5,500 subs, we will unlock the God Crime, which is a new D&D game, which has a couple of people already slotted for it, but there will be some free slots to roll for. as a reminder, there is going to be a Dream Daddy stream at some point during this week, because that was a goal we hit, and a bunch of other stuff. There's new games. Tomorrow is Visions and Vices, which is a new D&D game. So it's a brand new game starting tomorrow at 8 p.m. CST. And the Svelte game that everybody's waiting on, Methods in Madness, it's about a week, maybe at max 2 weeks away from getting started, because we're getting the maps done for it. But they'll be getting ready to play here pretty soon as well. So that'll be pretty sick. Did I miss anything else? Oh, if you've been gifted a sub and you would like to participate in the Living World, you can join the Living World Discord, which is the secondary Discord to the mainstream one, where we are currently beta testing a bunch of the Living World automation assets and things like that. So you guys can check that out, and we will hopefully be launching the Living World by the end of this year, maybe even a little earlier.
That'd be pretty cool.
If you want to be a part of the Living World a little bit earlier, if you sign up for your adventurer slot early, then not only will we be able to use that money to help craft the Living World so that we can launch it earlier, but you will get a free character rebuild, since we're doing a staggered launch of the Living World, doing it region by region as like an expansion pack thing.
Bro, it's like WoW.
Oh, season
When
1
you
and
unlock a new region, you get a new disc.
It's season 1 and season 2 ig.
Yes.
Very cool.
Also, funny thing in the background. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Big flexy boy.
Yes. Yes!
I can't wait to play Conflux Classic. Oh god, please. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for the support. And yeah, I'm really grateful for everything, guys. I'll see you guys next time.
You know what I'm grateful for?
Bye, chat.
Arcadum running his awesome game.